Today is Friday, August 29th, and I'm just wondering if today you'd like a small tutorial on betting football games. In 1993, Bob opened the original Bob's Steak and Chop House on Lemon Avenue. 32 years later, the original Bob still greets you at the original Bob's. And now his sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch has opened in McKinney. Same fantastic beef and fresh seafood at these two Bob's, each run by the Bob's Steak and Chop House.
And now a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Crest is again proud to sponsor the McKinney Police Association Golf Tournament and Car Raffle, October 24th at TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney. Sign up and purchase a raffle ticket for the opportunity to win a brand new Crest Cadillac CT4. It's easy. You go to CrestCares.com. You don't even have to live in McKinney to win. Grab yourself a raffle ticket, sign up at CrestCares.com, perhaps win that new vehicle, and do support the McKinney Police Association. This weekend, we have our first full slate of college football games, and the NFL starts next weekend. And by the way, for those of you interested in my picks, they are very inexpensive, $125 for the whole season. Every Friday, you get my picks for the entire slate of games emailed to you, and signing up is easy. Go to justwonderingpodcast.com/picks. justwonderingpodcast.com/picks. Now, take this as a man who has spent more than 40 years battling the line maker every weekend of the football season. Here are your basics. If out of 100 games, you pick 52 winners and 48 losers, you have lost money. How? On a 10-cent line, that is, you pay $1.10 to win 100. If you've picked 52 winners, you've won $5,200. But if you've picked 48 losers, you've lost $5,280. You're $80 in the hole. Understand that you must hit 53% in winners before you start making money. Now, let's talk mistakes. Number one, betting parlays, 2-team parlays, 3-team parlays, or betting teasers. You do not get in return what you should get. For example, a 2-team parlay returns $260. What should it return? $285? $295? That's the bookie's juice. That way, he doesn't return what it should, and the difference is what he makes on a 2-teamer. Same thing with a 3-teamer, and same thing with teasers. The odds are set that you pay a hidden juice. Don't bet these bets. Picking winners is hard enough to do without forcing yourself to pick 2 or 3, or adjusting the lines yourself to try to create another bet. And then there's those instantaneous bets you get on TV, and the lines even further apart there, creating a bigger and bigger juice for the line maker. Next, never guess just to have a winner on a game or a bet on a game. Bettors do this a lot because they just have to have a bet on the home team. No, you don't. You don't just have to have a bet on the home team. For example, on Super Bowl Sunday, trillions of people seem to want to have a bet on that game. Do you realize the best bet on a Super Bowl Sunday might be one of the early college basketball games? I'm serious there. Next, trust the line maker. He's not silly. He doesn't put out bad lines that can be taken advantage of. The line maker is not stupid. That's why he lives in a mansion and drives a Ferrari. He's not stupid. He has already built into the line the possible effects of an injury. If when you make a line in a game, you find your line further and further away from the bookmakers, it might mean that you're further and further nearing a loss. Next, give yourself a bankroll for the season that you can totally lose. That's your betting bankroll. If you've lost it by week 7, shut down. Don't keep chasing bad bets. Don't get overconfident when you're winning and disheartened when you're losing. Guys, I can't tell you how often I've heard this. People saying to me, or emailing, have you got a good bet on Monday? Because I need a big bet to catch up for the weekend. That is such bad thinking. You've had a bad weekend. You don't know what you're going to do in the Monday night game. Don't do anything. Clear your brain. Get ready for next week. Don't think you know it all. Research as much as you can. Subscribe to a couple of newsletters, good ones, long-time, solid people in the business, top handicappers. For instance, you heard Mark Lawrence on the show last week. Well, PlaybookSports.com has a terrific newsletter. So does Power Sweep. And each one of those people come up with loads of angles and trends every week, and they write up every game that increases your knowledge. Do not bet too much. Just because you have lost $100 on a game doesn't mean you need to bet $200 on the next game just to get ahead. Make bettable games the only thing you bet on, and do your research. Next, sports wagering is not capital letters, 3 lines under it. Sports wagering is not a hobby. It's investment. Would you buy stocks with just a tiny shred of information? No, you wouldn't. Well, the same is true of sports wagering. It's investment opportunities and opportunities to lose. If you're serious about this, find 2 different places to place your bets. One may give you slightly different odds, and one might give you a slightly different line. And each of those can be in your favor. Hunt ways to save money. The first way to not lose money in gambling is to not ask to lose money in gambling. Finally, understand that most bettors lose money, and the line makers and the wagering houses, they make money. That's the reality you need to start understanding before you press that Bet Now button.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, by Star Power, Love Where You Live, and by Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoy our episodes, please hit follow, and a fresh new podcast will be delivered to you every weekday. And should you know a friend or friends who might like our work, please share it with them. Also, we'd love your questions and comments. We do a question and answer session every 2 to 3 weeks on the podcast. Send us your thoughts on X, that used to be Twitter, to @Norm's Clubhouse. That's @Norm's Clubhouse. Just Wondering's executive producer and sometime on-air contributor is my wife, Mary Dans. Just Wondering's produced by Mike Mattern and technically directed by Tim Ham of FanStream Sports. I'm Norm Hitzges, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering too.